DJ, you go crazy.
DJUTV, let them know who we got in the building.
It's King Nitty. You already know who it is. CEO of Mill Pond Enterprise. And we on DJUTV and it's going up through there. Let's go.
King Nitty, what you on, gang?
Man, staying out the way and getting straight to it. Staying out the way and getting straight to it. Right now, I got this EP out with Beats. It's called Superiority Complex. And man, it's doing real good right now. When I say real good, we had about almost, I think about 300,000 or 400,000 streams all together on all platforms. And we just hitting the second single right now. So we doing real good. Yep.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, welcome to DJUTV. It's definitely a blessing to have you. Man, I've been seeing you going crazy on many different media outlets.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying, when I was doing my little research on you. So I'm definitely excited to have this interview with you, brother.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
start us out with telling us where you're from?
Man, I'm originally from Chicago, 79th and Kenwood, right there where the Sears is. And then I lived in Cabrini Green, 660 West Division. They tore down my building where it was, but my building was right next to where they used to have a bridge that went over right there on Division. But I'm right here from Chicago.
Word.
Born and raised. And then, man, I would say Cal City, up in that area, because once I got to a point to where I got the recording studio and all that, that was out there off of Sibley. So, man, my stomping grounds, it goes all over the place, man. I was raised somewhere everywhere around here, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So can you tell us, like, what your upbringing, though? Your upbringing was like, you know, growing up in Chicago.
Upbringing in Chicago, well, I just cut straight to the point. My pops was a dope fiend, you know what I'm saying? So my mom's was a single mother, so it was more of a latchkey type environment, but she did everything she could. So, you know, it's typical stuff in Chicago, but where I got a taste of what freedom would be like as far as being raised in these streets and all this type of stuff. I had uncles that used to own beauty schools out here. One was Latti's Hair Design. Used to be on 63rd and 64th and Halsted. So anything from finger waves to perms to weaves and all that stuff from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and even the early 90s, they had that on lock. And then I had another uncle who owned at least 14 Harold's Chicken. He used to own Rodney's Lounge on 71st. So on both sides of my family, I had uncles that had cracked through on the $1 million side that gave me an idea that it can be done. So you see what I'm saying? Okay. I was raised in an environment where, you know what I'm saying, it was real because, you know, when you got crack in your household, it's serious. And then at the same time, I seen different influences and great things happening from my uncle. So, you know, a good balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which route did you decide to take for yourself?
Man, I was on some thinking outside of the box and looking around saying, hey, I can do this. And then me saying, hey, I can do this, it was like more so, I left for Atlanta when I was like 17.
Okay.
Yeah, I left for Atlanta when I was like 17 the first time. But man, I've been chasing music and loving it because my father died when I was 15. Okay. So music became my therapy a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So what made me really stick with it is just the therapy that I was getting out of it, being able to put a pen to a pad and take that pain off of me and move it around.
Okay.
Yeah, so it kind of saved my life. So pretty much, man, I just took the road of music, doing this music, man, from being an artist signed to different labels to being a CEO, you know, staying focused, entrepreneur, yep, truck driving, real estate, anything you think of. I'm in all of it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the situation with your dad obviously affected your life, but who influenced you to get in the booth and become a rapper?
Who influenced me? I would say just listening to Tupac. But man, it was just, like I said, it was a diary for me. Like I sat in my room after my pops died for about 2.5 years, just writing. Like I could spit songs from when I was 15 that'll blow your mind. You see what I'm saying? I was doing the storytelling and all that type of stuff way back then because at that point in time, you listening to Scarface, you listening to Nas, that type of stuff like that. So it's like the influencers, I would say, mainly just really listening to Tupac, Scarface, Nas, Ghetto Boys, NWA, just them type of influences made me want to get into it. I loved it. But the first joint that I heard that I really fell in love with, have you ever heard of AMG? Yeah, see, hold on. AMG is a California rapper. And if you listen to his project, the dude was 19 when he came out, but he was like Eminem before you heard this storytelling. He was around like, he puts you in the mind of nothing like Slick Rick, but his storytelling is that. So when you listen to the album, you being taken on he made Vertical Joyride. He made Bitch Better Have My Money. All these songs like that, go do your homework on this dude. And it's gonna be a fun journey for you to listen to this shit. But yeah, Vertical Joyride, I would say AMG. If y'all sleep on AMG, go listen to that dude. Yeah.
So, that's what's up. I definitely gotta do my little research.
Yeah.
On AMG.
Yeah, bitch better have my money. You ain't never heard that shit, boy?
I thought that was like too
Rihanna?
short.
Nah,
Eazy-E.
no.
Eazy-E, right?
This was before Eazy-E had really. It's a dude named AMG who one of his main songs was "Bitch Better Have My Money," and he got some hard guitar going in that motherfucker. And he be like, I don't charge by the inch, I charge by the foot. Think I'm lying, bitch? Here, take a look. 100% you was D-Day, grade A beef. Here's my card. Call me. You ain't never heard that shit, man?
Okay, so I thought Rihanna got it from ODB though.
Nah, that's just like this. Have you ever heard of Odd Squad?
Odd Squad.
Okay, Odd Squad. You know the main dude from Odd Squad? Devin the Dude.
Okay.
You know who Devin the Dude is?
Yeah, I'm familiar with
Okay,
him.
so you understand how cold he is. If you want to hear some of his cold work, go back to Odd Squad. Odd Squad was a group that Rap-A-Lot had put out along with Scarface and them. Bruh, if that's the part that's going on with music right now, it's a lot of great parts being forgotten about to how we got here. And if you start going back and doing your research on the boy, you're going to be in that motherfucker like, do your homework. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go back like, man, what the f is going on when you hear it now? Because it's a lot of different dynamics that have been forgotten about. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Well, let's talk about this collab tape Beads you got with Sauce Walker coming up.
Yep.
How did you and Sauce Walker collab?
Man, Sauce Walker, I've been following Sauce Walker for about 10 or 12 years now. I first met him in Atlanta. I think we was at a function that DJ Holiday was throwing at the time at a club called Harlem Nights. We used to always be up in there. And he used to be performing, we used to be performing. So as his career grew, I always stayed in touch with him. But this one came out where in a situation where I beat my case. I had a case that I beat in March. So after I beat the case, I was like, man, it's time for me to get back out there. And I really wanted to have the type of energy that I wanted on there. So I wanted somebody like Sauce to host it. If it wasn't going to be Sauce, it was going to be somebody like Bigger Rankings or somebody like that. But I really wanted good energy on it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But other than that, that's about it. Yep.
Word, that's what's up, man. Sauce, that's like a H-Town legend, they say, a Houston legend.
Yeah, but he was raised here in Chicago too. He was raised here in Chicago too. But yeah, he's a legend. He's a legend, and he killed it. When I say he killed it, he went from intro to intro, laying it out. But the EP really is me and Bees. It's called Superiority Complex, and it's like mainly Sauce. He came in, he put his sauce on it, but the executive producing, the production, all these things that was on there, that pretty much came out of Mill Pond Enterprise, the facility we got down there in Atlanta. And then Bees, he's all the way in Arizona. So we had to really do some good collaborating to get it together. But we got the album done and it came out dope. We got 5 bangers on there. This is the second single coming out now, Platinum Girl, and it's doing real good already. So yeah, we here.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So we also know that not only you're a recording artist, but you're an entrepreneur as well.
Yes, sir.
Songwriter. You
yes,
know what
sir.
I'm saying? Like you said, truck driver, however, you know. Tell us about your several different, hustles.
Okay, well, mainly I started off as a writer. Then I went from a writer to being a producer. Then I went from a producer to being an engineer. Then I went from that to doing marketing and promotion. And then I had to figure out how money works. So then I had to become a financial guru. Then once you get done with that part of it, then you got to go into the aspect of really connect. I don't even know what the heck you called it, what I done changed it to now, but it's more so philanthropy and just putting people in place where they need to be and just moving everything around like a chessboard. But it's like, man, as far as talents, it's one of them situations where I say, when I go into it, like right now, I'm editing videos, I'm editing reality shows, I'm connecting these deals. So really, it's not a phase of what can I do, is just what can I do? Whatever I put my mind to, that's what I'm guided to do. And whatever Yahweh puts in my path and I can conquer it, you know what I'm saying, while I'm here and in my time, that's what I'm doing. So it's sky's the limit, you know what I'm saying? I'm just on it. Yep.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So as far as your music career is concerned, you know, how important is that, to your overall structure?
It's the stepping stone.
Okay.
It's the stepping stone. It's one of those, when you start off on this type of journey, it's one of those, let me finish this up. It's one of them things that you just got to Let me go ahead and see this all the way through. It's so many different avenues and ways that I can go get money that's on this same aspect, but it's just out of the respect and love for the music that I do it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you had to ask me out of all these things, what I like to do the most, I love to rap. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just one of them things, just the love for it, because it fed my soul when I was younger and it helped me go into a different direction. So that's why I think I have so much of a love for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, I've been seeing you doing several interviews as of late, like I stated earlier, bro. Tell us the purpose of your promo run.
Okay, well, right now, superiority complex is the purpose of the promo run. I got an EP out with Beads. You can follow him at VIP Beads on Instagram. You can follow me at King Nitty 74. But we have 5 songs on here, and that's hosted by Sauce Walker. And when I say they bangers, they all singles. And we just on the second one right now. So we're moving around. And basically, like I said, I beat the case. So after I beat the case, it's time for me to crank it up and get it started and keep it moving. So what I'm doing is just basically putting that stamp, putting that footprint in and letting them know, hey, I'm here and I ain't going nowhere. You see what I'm saying? So y'all get used to me. We about to turn it all the way up. And then people be like, well, it's fourth quarter. Look, I don't care what quarter it is. I'm about to iron y'all all the way out. So just get used to it, bro. Y'all ain't got no choice. The energy, you can't handle it. You can't do nothing with it. Go sit down somewhere. This is real Chicago shit that's going down in your face. Legendary shit is happening. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Let's go.
Can you tell us where you got the name King Nitty from?
Okay. So, David Boxdale was one of my mom's best friends, right? And then Larry Hoover and these type of people grew up around where my mom and my uncle had all these shops at. And then I grew up on the same block with Gaddafi, Ducky, all these type of people. Shorty G went to school with my sister and them. So I was born around a certain type of lifestyle. And then by my uncle and them doing hair and stuff, nothing came in there but pimps, hustlers, and gangsters. And if you understand, if you're really moving around in them times, people call themselves like King Richard or King David, these type of things. You see what I'm saying? So, and that being said, by me growing up around these people and really sitting there, listening to them, building with them, going to the store for them and all that, to pay homage, I decided to put the King in front of my name because it's something that I seen growing up that it really gave people status in the street. So where everybody else uses it, I don't know, but I know I seen King David, King Richards, anybody you can name that had these things in their name. I seen these people personally, so I did it to pay homage to Chicago people. You see what I'm saying? I don't know why everybody else did it, but I did it to pay homage on that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
So can you tell us though, just kind of going back to when you was growing up in Chicago, because now that I'm hearing you were growing up around prolific gang members,
yes.
How were you able to stay away from such a tempting, gang life for young black men in Chicago? You was able to stay away?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, man. When you dealing with Chicago, you got to really think about it. It's according to what part, where you raised at, but pretty much all of it, man. That's just a way of life out here, bro. And it's crazy how you can have people escape, go to the NBA, NFL, make it in the industry. But if you really sit back down with them and you behind closed doors and you start seeing who around them, the cousins or the brothers or whoever around them, it's all there. So it's just, Chicago is one of them places where honestly, if you really moving around, it's just in your blood. You ain't got no choice, So like I said, growing up on 79, I remember when I was like 4 and 5 years old, I'm sitting there drawing 6-point stars and books and don't even realize what I'm drawing and doing just all type of stuff that I'm seeing in the playgrounds where I'm at just off of GP. So it becomes a part of your blood and you don't even know it. You see what I'm saying? So that's just Chicago. That's one of the things that make Chicago, Chicago.
Yeah.
That's why I look at everybody else when you move to other cities and you see people calling themselves being Bloods or Crips or even GDs and all that type of stuff. I be looking at them like, boy, y'all crazy. Y'all didn't even have to do this. Y'all, what? Why are y'all doing this? Because where we from is like, boy, after a while, if you got a situation where my situation got a latchkey mama, she working all the time. I'm walking back at home from school and doing all this. And once you get to places like Cabrini Green and all that type of stuff, nigga, it's real. You got to get on up in there with it. You see what I'm saying? So, boy, I went from 79th and Kenwood to being in a row house where It's like, yeah, I see the shit and I'm in it, but it's not like Cabrini Green. Cabrini Green is just like children of the corn because there's no men allowed in the building. You see what I'm saying? So you just got a whole bunch of women that got shitloads of kids and they all trying to work. So it's just like children of the corn, that for real. So at that point in time, it was kids like 13 years old. You see what I'm saying? That was already on bricks and all this type of stuff. And it was like, well, I think I was still over there when that Yummy Sandiford situation happened. I think I was there when that happened. Okay. You see what I'm saying? But it was different. But I'll tell you one of the greatest things that happened while I was there, Mr. T came to visit us. Mr. T came to that boy. Nigga didn't know how to act. He walked right up in that bitch and stayed in that for 3 days. And then, hold on. Do y'all remember B96, Eddie and Jobo? These motherfuckers had the nerve to stay their ass in here for 3 days. And then, hold on, after they done did all this, these motherfuckers stole the damn presents up out of the motherfucker. Everybody donated. So then Macy's had to come in and do the shit again. I'm talking about, boy, Cabrini Green was a whole nother level in that motherfucker. I'm talking about, yeah. But that's Chicago. That's Chicago, man. That's how this place is. It got its ups and downs, its roller coasters. The culture is so deep, all the way from Al Capone to underground little streets and stuff that people don't even know about. You see what I'm saying? It's deep. It's real deep.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, bro.
Yep.
Chicago is a beautiful city.
Man, it's wonderful.
A lot of people don't know how beautiful it is because it got such a negative stigma, you know.
Yeah.
From the gun violence and the drill music and, you know, etc.
Yep.
That's what's up. You just shared with us, you know. So you just named an interesting fella from Chicago that might have went over a lot of people's heads.
Who we talking about?
Mr. T.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's an interesting fella.
I said in a song, I said, first nigga with a neck full of drip, Mr. T. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, when I seen him, it was like, you see how fam running around here talking about whoops? Mr. T had the cereal, fam, in the grocery store. He had the piggy bank. He had the cartoon. He had the 18. He was Clubber Lane. He was just like, as far as a black phenomenal star, he was even showing up with Hulk Hogan on wrestling and all. So you got to understand, this man is doing all this and then he pops up in your face with all the gold on, talking about some, yeah, little nigga, you can be anything. And you like, damn, okay, I hear you. You see what I'm saying? That's why when you see the Mohawk and all that type of shit, people like, well, why you rock? I pay homage to it because that was one of the experience that I had that when I walked up on a person that it planted a seed that allowed me to keep moving forward, because you got to think about it. Here's a man that I'm saying that you seeing on all these things, and I had this man look me in my eyes and tell me what I can do. And I'm sitting up here seeing him do it. So I can't take no for an answer. I got to get up and no matter what Chicago is throwing at me, you see what I'm saying? I got to turn into this professional matador and I got to get out here and make it crack, nigga. And that's what I've done. I made it crack.
So you would say Mr. T inspired your style?
Yeah, most definitely he did. Hell yeah, pity the fool all day long. Think about what he was. See, you don't look at that part. Have you ever seen the interviews of him when he's sitting up there with the raggedy ass shoes on? And he telling you why he got the raggedy ass shoes, and the person who interviewed him laughing and he won't even crack a smile because he let them know, no, this is dead serious. I put these shoes on so people can understand where I came from. He said my father and my brother had to wear these shoes. But he's sitting up there with $1 million worth of jewelry on. You see what I'm saying? So it was dope how he would be in situations, but his persona never cracked because he was letting them know, hey, this is exactly what I come from and this shit is dead real. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I love about Mr. T. He was just one of them figures, man, that just to this day, hey, if anybody know Mr. T, tell him if I can meet him, salute.
For sure. For sure.
Yes, sir.
For sure that. But for the youth of Chicago,
talk to me.
You know, our young brothers.
Yeah.
Is there a message that King Nitty would like to leave with him today?
Yep. I need you to understand one thing. First and foremost, this is going to be hard, what I'm about to tell you. You are a spirit living in a physical realm. Every rule that you have around you was made to contain you. Okay? Remember, as the disciples was here, they were all sinners, but they had the same powers that Yahshua had. Yahshua is Jesus' real name. So as he taught them, right? Remember this, they went on to do great things as well. And all you got to do is understand, believe in yourself. Stop getting caught up in what you see around you. Start manifesting what you need to do, which means you're in a circumstance where everything is negative. It can be the financial situation. It could be a life-threatening situation, whatever. You can have a child on the way, whatever. But you have to understand, you have to start seeing your future and what you want to do and living it and believing in it. And your circumstances will change. Don't get caught up in a physical realm saying that, okay, well, if you go to get a job, they tell you unfortunately, or if you go to do this, that, and other. Now, remember, though, you can't have faith without works. You got to put in the works. But just remember, this is a circumstance that you can manifest your way out of it. It's spirit over physical. It's spirit over physical. Read the book As a Man Thinketh. I want y'all to start off with that seed. It's about 7 pages. It's called As a Man Thinketh. Start off with that and let that guide you the way you need to be. And that's what I would tell these young brothers. And I would also tell these young brothers, look, get control of your temper. Get control of your anger. Understand you have to learn how to balance your emotions. And you balancing your emotions, that is the key to your success. You cannot have success without balanced emotions, because if you have angry emotions, if you have jealous emotions, envious emotions, this is what you're dictating from the universe. The universe is like, hey, I'm going to give you whatever you want. But if you're thinking in these ranges, you won't get it. So I'm just telling y'all right now, it may sound crazy, but as time goes on and you start practicing these things, you're going to start saying, okay, I understood what he was saying. That's what I would tell him.
Hey, I appreciate that message myself, King Nitty.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Show that. Yeah, man, I just appreciate you coming to share the good energy this afternoon. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Man, this is a blessing, you know, just to have intellectual conversations with, you know, many different gentlemen from many different walks of life.
Yes, sir.
Especially being from Chicago.
Yes, sir. And look, influential as this program is, that's why I had to hop on it, because I'll be watching it all the time and I'll be like, okay, let me go on there and build with my man, because I see everything that's going on. And it's not like I want to more so change the narrative of Chicago. I just want Chicago to understand y'all got options.
Yep.
Y'all got options.
Yep.
And always remember, proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Yep.
Always remember that.
That's a fact.
Yes, sir.
King Nitty.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Word T Productions, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm. Hey, salute to Chicago. I love y'all. Stay woke.
DJ, you go crazy.